Petra Cara, what a treat, Noel said, standing up from behind his desk as I walked in. I was so pleased when I saw you had booked an appointment. He straightened his suit jacket and bounced a little on his toes. I smiled at my old therapist. Nice to see you too, Mr. Pierce. His office hadn't changed. Old wooden paneling covered in dusty paintings of ships and sunsets lined the walls, wherever there weren't bookshelves bursting with psychology titles. Tall, warped windows with small diamond-shaped panes blurred and rattled slightly at the rain beating down on them outside. The forest green carpet was worn by years of feet scuffing across it, creating a lighter green path from the door, circling the space between the couches and chairs, around his desk and out the door again. The smell of Old Spice cologne made me remember the young, scared kid I'd been when I first met Noel Pierce. He had been my assigned therapist throughout my years in foster care, and while I had resisted him at first, like most kids did, he had been patient with me. He'd come to earn my trust, and if I was really honest, I'd missed him since I'd become of legal age and left the system. He waved a hand and circled his desk, gesturing for me to sit in one of the plush chairs. Please don't go back to all that. We've been through too much for you to call me Mr. Pierce. He waited for me to sit, and then sat down facing me. He crossed one leg over the other and folded his hands in his lap. Sure. Noel, I said, settling into a chair I was very familiar with. This meeting did feel a little bit different from when I'd been a minor. Instead of being a government-funded patient and ward of the child care system, I was coming to Noel as a legal adult and paying for this session with my own money. I sure hoped it was worth it. The paper in my jeans pocket crinkled as I sat down. On it were the 3 bullet points I'd come to discuss today. You've been out of foster care for over a year now, Noel said. You aren't obliged to come and see me anymore. He peered over his wire-rimmed glasses at me. I know. I swallowed and cleared my throat. But I need some help with something, and you were the only person I could think to talk to. He was also the only person who was sworn to patient confidentiality. Noel was forbidden to spill the secrets I was about to share with him. Well, he spread his hands out, looking pleased. I'm flattered. What's going on? I knotted my fingers and put them on my lap, not quite sure how to begin. Sensing my hesitation, Noel offered, Why don't you catch me up on the last 18 months? Do you have a safe place to live? I understand you're working at the Maritime History Museum? I nodded. I moved into an apartment on Birch. It's old and small, but the heat works, and it allows me to save more money. I started working at the museum just after Christmas 2015 while finishing up high school. I still work there, but I finally graduated from just ticket sales to ticket sales and tour groups. Well, Noel nodded his approval. This is wonderful. Well done, Petra. Thanks, I said. But I had to shove down the annoyance that threatened to rise whenever people patronized me. I didn't bother mentioning that I had also started a dog walking service. Exercising pets and working at the local museum were a far cry from where I wanted to be. I had applied to Cambridge University. I remember, Noel murmured. I nodded. Of course he did. He was the one who had to listen to me cry on the phone after I'd been accepted into their archaeology undergrad program, but couldn't go because there was no way I could afford it. Even with the scholarship I'd won and the savings that Beverly, my foster mom, had set aside for me before her death, I had still been dismally short of funds. I took the year off to work and save, and I'll be applying again in October, I explained, for January 2018. Noel frowned and rested his chin on a hand. I hope you are allowing yourself to eat properly and not just putting all of your money into savings. I nodded. Lots of veggies. You'd be pleased. He smiled. Good. Seems as though you're looking at Cambridge as though it's your only option. We have many wonderful schools here in Canada who would love to have you. I know, but you want the best, he finished. Noel had attended McMaster University, a school with an excellent psychology program. He did understand my desire to want a high-quality education.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it. at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.